Private times. That's what we're going to get into, some private times right here. That's Wale with That Way featuring Chicago's very own Jeremiah and Rick Ross. I know you guys hear that laughter. So she made it through. Miss Dr. Thomas is in the building. She's in the studio with me, guys, and I'm flattered. And just really quickly, I know I said really, earlier I said, we're going to learn about keeping a healthy mouth. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get that information. But what you don't know is this sister is like hella skillful. I mean, I can't wait until she gets to tell her actual story. I know bits and pieces. Well, actually, I know more than I knew 5 seconds or minutes ago. But I do know that, and correct me when I'm wrong, because, hey, I will humble myself. But apparently she is an licensed, Illinois state licensed dentist.
Yes.
Correct. Mm-hmm, yay. And she also graduated from Howard University.
HU.
She's representing. She's the real HU. They got some fake ones out there?
We ain't gonna call no names, but they're kind of like Coupling, Virginia.
Oh, okay. Coupling. Okay.
They know
where they are. So yeah, and apparently, I mean, she has no problem with letting us know that she graduated top of the class is flying colors. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. But outside of that, welcome.
Thank
you. So just to let you know, this is something that's a little bit different for what's hot on the block, because we have to realize that everything in our body is connected. And sometimes we focus so much on the medical, figuratively speaking, like going to the doctor, getting those checkups and physicals and, things like that. And we forget, and a lot of us neglect our mouth.
Correct.
I don't know all of why, but we do. I think because some people feel like it's painful. And some of us are scared. No. So, but outside of that, it is very important, and it can also cause a lot of health issues as well.
Correct.
So, just before we jump into everything that you have going on, how about you let us know a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Thanks, Linda, for making me feel at home. I'm just in here vibing to the music. I'm not like your average doctor. I love music. I'm classical, the Lil Wayne.
That's
so
what's
they
up.
sort of call me like the urban doc, hip hop.
Urban doc of hip hop. Look at that. She the urban doc urban doc of hip hop.
Okay, I may have to steal that.
Hey, you said it. You didn't steal it. You created that.
So you probably can tell from my accent. I'm from the South.
So
Florida.
Okay.
Florida.
Oh yeah, you said Uncle Flo. Is that what you said? What
Uncle
you just
Luke.
Oh, well, I don't know Luke.
You don't know who Uncle Luke is?
Luke Skywalker, the one who Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know Uncle Luke. Okay.
We were talking about music a little earlier,
yeah.
and I was telling her she saw me
kind
of vibing, and I was like,
huh?
oh yeah, I love music. She was surprised I knew some of the songs. I was like, oh yeah, I grew up in hip hop.
Oh yeah,
very aware.
She's definitely jamming, guys. Like seriously, I'm thinking about turning on this Mac and recording it and putting it up. I mean, she's about to jump on the table, I think, and do a couple.
Yeah, I wonder if we had radio vision. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am from Florida. I'm from a very, very small town in Florida. Like so small. Like growing up, we didn't have a movie theater, a mall, like that small.
Where did you go for movies?
To the next city, next county.
How long did that take?
About 35 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
So we didn't go often.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The movie would have been a drive. Like, y'all see those cows? No, I'm joking.
Well, yeah, farmland.
Yeah.
Tobacco and cows and chickens.
And hey,
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
So a very, very small town. One high school. That's how small. And so I grew up the oldest of a single mother. Dire straits, in the projects, welfare, food stamps back then.
Link card now.
Yes.
Hey.
So I'm very, very familiar.
Humble.
So, typical stories you expect to hear when you grow up in an environment like that. Some things you shouldn't have to see or witness as a young age. Drug abuse, alcoholism, all types of physical abuse and being impoverished and not having money. But funny thing, I didn't realize that I quote was poor until I left home and went to college and met other people who were not poor, and I was like,
that's what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always was good in school. So, it was kind of expected I would be probably a doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the school part wasn't the challenging part. I functioned very well in dysfunction. It wasn't until I left home and got into the real world, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't have the coping skills or life skills to survive. So I had a lot of challenges with, surviving and learning about the real world. Yeah. So most of my challenges are not related to, school or college or academics. It's all the other stuff.
All the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Money.
Right.
Men.
True. Hey, life.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So basically, okay, you grew up like most of us. Well, not most, but a lot of us grew up in poverty, and next thing you know, boom, you go to school to be a dentist.
Right.
So you went immediately into, how did you decide that you want to be a dentist? How did that?
Now, this is interesting. So when I was 8, about in 3rd grade, I had an accident on the playground. There was this contraption on the playground. I think it may have been about 20 feet up in the air, and you climb up on a chain ladder and you sit on a platform. Now, why it's on the elementary school ground, I have no idea, but it was. So I climbed up, as most of the kids did, and I was pushed off. And I had to have a whole lot of dental work. And my childhood dentist's name was Mantooth, Dr. Mantooth.
Wow.
And so because I spent a lot of time in the dentist's office, I was like, wow, this is something I could do. This is something I want to do. So, you have little assignments when you're growing up, like make your life plan. So dentist was on there. But because of the area I grew up, sort of prejudice. We can say that, right?
We can. We just said it when I first got on here. Prejudice is definitely
sort of prejudice, and I was good in academics, and I probably, I'm sure I was the top-ranking black person in my class.
Okay.
So I didn't get any support to go to dental school. They was like, that takes a lot of work and effort, even though I had the grades, the scholarship, and all that.
And so you were like, you know what, I'm doing it.
Well, no, I got detoured. I took another route. So I started in pharmacy school.
Oh.
Because they would say, go to pharmacy school. That's probably the closest you'll get to being a doctor. And so while I was in pharmacy school, I was like, no, this is not what I want to do.
For me.
So I just basically left the 4th year of the 5th year program.
Right. Wow. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And you didn't give up.
I
You
didn't
kept
give up.
going.
Kept
Kept
going.
going. Because that was something that you love. And
Right.
it's so amazing that you decided that at such a young age. But
Right.
a passion is a passion.
Right.
And blessings for keeping up with that.
Right.
Seriously. So outside of the reality of being a dentist, right, I want to talk to you about you being an entrepreneur. But before we get into that, I need to get into one of our other Chicago rising stars who was hot on the block. But listen, I don't know if you just heard what I just said. She's not only a dentist. This woman is an entrepreneur, and she has some very hot commodity products that we're talking about.
Hot.
And you're gonna hear her story behind that. So let's jam real quick with no strings attached and take a picture right here on WCSU, your iHeart Radio. Take a picture. That's no strings attached right here on WCSU, your iHeart Radio, one of our Chicago rising stars. All right, take a picture. So, if you could, I would definitely suggest that you take a picture right now, or at least hit record as we now find out what Dr. Thomas has cooking. You know what I mean? So, I left off, I was saying that you were just telling me that you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And so, it's like you multitask, I guess. You're a dentist.
Yes.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Okay, and so how about you tell me about your company, the company that you own or that you're about?
So would it be okay if I just tell you a little bit how it happened?
You can tell me the story.
Okay. So I was a do-it-yourselfer fixer-upper around the house that should not be working with her hands, who's a dentist. So I was up about midnight because I'm a night owl, and I had a crowbar, and I was busting up tile in my bathroom, and I slipped and fell, and I fractured my main working finger.
Oh.
Yeah, as a dentist. And so because I was a dentist, the orthopedic surgeon put me in a cast for 3 months because they wanted to make sure I didn't use my hand. So during that time, I was working as a contractor as a dentist for the Army. And my first disability check came about maybe 2 months later, and it was $21. And I said,
Whoa.
Oh my God, what am I going to do?
Wow.
So long story short, it didn't take me long to realize I got to find something to do where I don't have to depend on someone else to make a living. And I started this entrepreneur run. So I tried different things, all sort of revolving around arts and craft, because I'm sort of, creative, good with my hands, hence why I became a dentist. And so before I moved to Chicago, I was up here visiting, and friends say, well, you come to a spa party. And I was like, okay, I'm not from here, so first you have to tell me what a spa party is, because I want to be sure
that you want to go there.
So she said, I'm massages and makeup and pampering. And I was like, okay. So me, unbeknownst to the area, I get on the L train, and I missed my stop. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ride around Chicago. And so I rode all the way up to Wrigley to stop. And it's like, get off. This is the end of the stop. Then I rode all the way down the other way to the stop. And they said, get off. You're at the end of the stop. And so I called my friend. I was like, I missed my stop. And she was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm on the L train. And then she told all her guests, this is my friend Malika from Georgia. She's on the L train. And everybody was like, so she was like, get off the L train now. Get off the L train now. So she met me in Chinatown. So long story short, I go to her party, and she had all these women entrepreneurs there. And one of them was a mobile masseuse. And so while I was getting my free massage, I was like, wow, this would be cool if I could go to spa parties and whiten people's teeth. So that's how it first started. Then through the evolution of that first idea, it materialized into me developing a at-home teeth whitening system.
Wow.
Which uses like the same ingredients that I would use in my office, and it's safe, affordable, and effective. And so that's how that came about. It's just a fluke of nature.
Literally.
Literally.
Well, but all things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So absolutely. Wow. That's cool. If I was only that talented. No, that's fantastic though, Dr. Thomas. Seriously. So just to digress a little bit, if you could just tell us really fast, like the importance, like I said, some of us deprive our mouth. Like I said, I can't really explain exactly why. Sometimes it's, like you said, not as affordable.
Right.
Sometimes that's the case. But if you can really quickly just hit on the reality of why it is so important to keep up good hygiene, mouth hygiene.
Okay. So one of my platforms that I'm very passionate about is oral health care. So, of course, I have a teeth whitening product, but basically that helps me fund my initiative to go around into the urban areas to speak on the importance of oral health care. And throughout, our society, a lot of importance is placed on medical and not dental. And largely, I think it's because of cost. And then I think the other part is, people just don't know. They just don't realize how important your oral health is to your overall health. So, because of the age of the internet, a lot of information is getting out there now that once wasn't, which was always known, it just wasn't, out there. A lot of the disease in your body is coming from your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the gateway to everything. And then through this endeavor, me speaking on it, I've met so many people that say they've been at the doctor or in the hospital for, high blood pressure, heart disease, and they're going from doctor to doctor to doctor, and no one can find out what the problem is. They can't physically find anything wrong with the heart or the vessels or anything, and then 10 doctors later, and see, I use that loosely because we as dentists, I can't say we get offended by that, but we know that lay people, when they say doctor, they mean the medical doctor, the physician, and they refer to me, who's a doctor, as a dentist. So I'm just using that so people understand what I'm saying. So they say 10 doctors later, someone says, check their teeth. And it was the teeth. Wow. The decay in the teeth, the bone disease, and even you have some ailments, diabetes, which affects your healing if you get a cut or a scrape. Amputations, the same effect that it has on your limbs, the same effect it has on your mouth. Yeah, because they're like bones. Right. Teeth. Absolutely. So and I've worked in 2 different demographics. I've worked for the Army, for soldiers who didn't have to, pay up front for care. And now I work in the underserved area where a lot of the patients have, what people commonly call Medicaid. So they don't have upfront costs either. So I work on people of all demographics, all races, all educational levels, all professions, and still the basis is the same. Most people do not understand the importance of oral health. They know what a cavity is, but they don't know what a cavity does to your tooth. Right. They don't know what bone disease does to your mouth and your body. So, a lot of times we hear about the cost. I don't have insurance. I don't have money. And because I'm the doctor and I don't too much deal with the money, I try just to do my part. And do the best that you can. Take the financial part out of it. And I sort of put it this way, when you have car insurance and home insurance, that's for emergency, you get in a car wreck or someone breaks in your home, you have a fire. And believe it or not, dental insurance is the same way. I agree. A lot of things that are going on in your mouth could be prevented by simply brushing your teeth and flossing every day before you go to bed. Wow. That's what's up. Right. So just let us know. Let me know. I kind of know. But, let the listeners know. Yeah, I kind of know. Just let us know, how can we get in contact with you? How can we find you? Okay. Any extra type of information. And, if there's anything that you would like to say that's just heavy on your heart, once you let us know how to find you. Okay. Speak your mind and give us a piece of it. Okay, so of course, social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay, so how can we find you on Facebook? Revive Whitening. REVIVE WHITENING, which is the name of my teeth whitening system, Revive Whitening. Also online, revivewhitening.com. And for speaking, Twitter is the same thing. Twitter, Facebook. Oh, it's all Revive Whitening. Absolutely. Right. So that's not hard to remember. And for, that's find out about my product. And then to get in contact with me directly, you can contact my publicist, Rebecca Briscoe, at... Let me give her info out real quick. Email Briscoe, rbrs@aol.com. Okay. That's what's up. And so, again, I do thank you so much for spending this time and enlightening me and enlightening us, letting us know the importance, because it is very important. And I know that a lot of us, I am number one who would say that have deprived myself for some times, and I started to understand the importance of it. So I am so grateful. I'm grateful for being to have you here and speak about that. So if there's any last things that you want to say, I would say the most important is to at least go to the dentist for exam and find out what's going on, because if you don't know, you can't do anything about it. I know a lot of people are fearful. You have the money cost, but there are a lot of avenues that help. You have the dental schools, you have health clinics, you have facilities that cater toward your income. The most important thing you do is you have to go so that you can find out what's going on.
Absolutely.
Prevention is the key.
Absolutely. And that is from none other than what's hot on the block right here at Chicago State University, and that is Dr. Thomas. That's what's up. So you guys be sure and keep it locked right here. We got some more good music for you. Also have a peace of mind coming up, of course, and I'm going to find you something from out of the blue. So keep it locked. This is WCSU, your iHeartRadio, as we continuously bring you a world of entertainment. We're moving on them out.